At a time when everybody is expecting that Natasha's case will be coming to an end, it appears she's even entering into deeper problem. It appears there is more issues, more troubles on Natasha Akpoti's case. Her suspension, her battle with the forces, the powers that be, especially with the Senate President Godswill Akpabio. There is more problem for this woman, this female senator in Nigeria, senator from Kogi State in Nigeria. Of course, we all know that Nigeria is in West Africa. So Natasha has a fresh challenge, a fresh case that needs her attention, which is what we'll be covering for you in this very video. Of course, you already know that in Noble Media, we stand for justice. Anywhere we perceive injustice, we try to shine the torchlight. That is our work as a media house, right? So if you have not subscribed, click on subscribe right now. You can also like this video if you appreciate what we do. Now let's give you the full details of what is going on in Natasha's case. Natasha to serve out suspension as Senate enters recess. We know that the Senate, led by Godswill Akpabio, who has been having both public and personal issues with Senator Natasha, suspended her for 6 months, and she has been challenging it in court, and the court has given an order that her suspension was illegal, but there's a fresh issue. 2 days after Senator Natasha Akpoti was barred from resuming her duties, the Nigerian Senate on Thursday adjourned plenary till September 23rd, 2025 for its annual recess. At this point, this time when the nation is burning, when the president is about to borrow 37 trillion naira, when challenges, killings, hunger, unemployment is suffocating life from the nostrils of young Nigerians, but even older Nigerians, it is this point that the senators want to go on break, on holiday. Okay? With the reasons now in effect, okay, 2 days after Senator Natasha Akpoti was barred, she was prevented from entering to resume. It means that because of this holiday that the senators are going, the senator cannot resume duties. With the recess now in effect, the embattled Kogi senator is expected to serve out the remainder of her suspension until plenary resume, because of course she cannot go to resume her duties as a senator when Senate is on recess. Akpoti was suspended on March 6, 2025. You know what is running in this current Tinubu-led APC administration is suspension. We know if you have been confident with what is going on in Africa, West Africa, and Nigeria in particular, we know we have been following up the issue going on in a place called Rivers State, where a democratically elected governor was, I think, Fubara, yes, was suspended, and someone that was not democratically elected was made to take over for some flimsy reasons. That is the same fate that Natasha is suffering. She was suspended on March 6, 2025 for 6 months following allegations of misconduct and insubordination during plenary on February 20, 2025, when she rejected a change to her designated seat. The Senate had warned it might revisit her suspension if she failed to issue a formal apology. Let's move on. Here in Noble Media, we give you the news as it is dropping. So find time to like this video, click on like. You can also click on join now to become a full member of our YouTube channel. The penalty was based on recommendations by the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions, which found her guilty after investigating complaints against her. The suspension was to last until September 6, 2025. However, with the recess, the embattled lawmaker will serve out her term. That is the term of the suspension. Akpoti speaking to journalists on Tuesday after a failed attempt to enter the Senate chamber, described the Senate's action as contemptuous and said she would seek legal redress at the appellate level. That's she will approach the Court of Appeal. Okay, we had brought you that news. You can also go through our channel and see all the news we have dropped on that particular story. Even the suspension ab initio was fraudulent. The document was faulty, she said. Going forward, I will have a meeting with my legal team so they can proceed to the appellate court to seek interpretation of what just happened. I am a law-abiding citizen. This is what the lady said. If you have been following Natasha's case, please come under the comment of this video and tell me what you think. Is the Senate and Godswill Akpabio right in the way they are handling this lady who is representing her people? She also accused Senate President Akpabio of acting beyond his authority. Of course, you know, people that are in power in this nation, in Africa, in most Nigerian states, often use it as though they were born with the power, as if the power doesn't come from the people. With the recess, however, the Senate would not reconvene until she has served out the full suspension slammed on her by the red chambers. We must now move on. With the recess, however, announcing the break on the floor, Senate President Godswill Akpabio said the decision was based on chamber reciprocity, noting that the House of Representatives had already proceeded on recess in line with the legislative calendar. He clarified that although plenary session would be on hold, committee assignment should continue during the break. Now let's give you further on the news. Remember to come under the comment of this video and tell us what you think about what is happening to Natasha. Is it her fault? Is it her fault that she is a female senator? With all that is going on, that suspending her and all the rest. All necessary committees, the Diaspora Committee, Committee on Reparation, Committee on Interior and others, this is the best time for you to undertake visits to prisons and all that. Do all your reports and make them available as soon as we come back, he directed. We must now move on. The Senate President urged lawmakers to embark on oversight visits across the country, stressing that their duties must not be neglected. Of course, most times they don't do all those things. You are moving from plenary to the next few weeks, but you are not stopping your legislative functions, because that is what your people elected you to do. Members are expected to travel to Sokoto everywhere to observe the road repairs that are going on. By the time we resume, you are expected to bring your reports, committee by committee, for us to look into. I want to wish you safe travels and for all of us to return in good health, he added. Let's continue with this Natasha's case. By the time you resume, Akpabio also informed members of the death of Professor Janet Plank, wife of Senator Dick Plank. He said arrangement has been made for senators to travel to Plateau State on Friday to attend the funeral, with a plane scheduled to depart Abuja at 8 a.m. Senate leader Apayemi Bamidele commended senators for their dedication to legislative work. If you are in Nigeria, you are not in Nigeria, but you are a Nigerian in diaspora, I have been following what is happening in your home country, or you are not even a Nigerian, but you are following what is going on in Africa. Tell us your perception about how senators, House of Reps, governors, and the political leaders in Nigeria perform their duties. And if you are currently inside Nigeria, please also speak out. Tell us what is going on over there. We thank all our colleagues for all they have done to ensure that the business of lawmaking on behalf of the government and people of Nigeria has progressed smoothly, Bamidele said. He thereafter moved a motion to defer all other matters on the other paper to the next legislative day, which the Senate adopted unanimously. But there's another information in case you missed it. Natasha delayed at airport. She was intimidated in the airport. This Natasha Akpoti, this female senator. In a separate development, the embattled senator was reportedly delayed at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport Abuja, we had brought you this information when it broke. Last Thursday, while trying to board a flight to the United Kingdom, a family source said immigration officers claimed she had been placed on a watch list. Why will you place her on a watch list if not to intimidate her and silence her? At the instance of the National Assembly leadership. So she was told that the leadership of the National Assembly requested that she be considered a flight risk and placed on a watch list. The source said, can you imagine? We are wondering why they treated her that way, given there is no court order restricting her movement. I mean, they are taking orders into their hands in this Natasha's case. I don't know what you think. Please tell us in the comments. If you have not liked this video, like this video now. Given there is no court order restricting her movement, and she had never missed any of her court appearances, so why are you placing her on a watch list? Why are you harassing her? She was even with her husband that day. Why are you harassing her? Eyewitnesses confirmed that Akpoti Uduaghan appeared distressed and made a series of phone calls before she was eventually allowed to board after her passport was stamped. When contacted shortly before takeoff, the senator confirmed the incident, saying the aircraft is about to take off. This is the ordeal. This is what this senator is facing currently in Nigeria. This is what she is facing, and we would want you to come under the comment of the video and tell us what you think. I believe it is our work as a media house to beam our torchlight whenever we sense injustice, whether it is happening to a male or to a female, whether it's going on in Gambia, in Ukraine, in Russia, in Nigeria, any part of the world. Our work is to ensure we beam the searchlight, our light on it, talk about it, bring it to the world, and now let people know what is happening, because knowledge is power. There is power in social media. If you have not joined our YouTube channel, please kindly click on join to support our channel. Click on subscribe if you have not subscribed to be a member of our channel, and also share this video. Click on share, copy the link, share this video on YouTube, copy the link, share it on WhatsApp groups, all the WhatsApp groups, to your followers, to your fans, to your family, to your friends. Share it on Twitter pages. Share, let this video go viral, because we must resolutely and intentionally stand for justice. There's an important video I recommend for you on the screen. Click on it and watch now.